What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's your boy Smitty back here with some college conference championship action here in the Relocation Football League College Series 8 as we have the Big 12 Conference Championship between 9-3, number 19 ranked Utah, and undefeated number 4 ranked Colorado. This should make for a great game. And they're saying no sound. No game sound, bro? What did you mean? You guys not hearing the game sound? Oh boy, here we go again. Some nonsense. Sounds like the crowd rocking to me in my headphones, but let me go ahead and make sure that I get that fixed. Again, like, didn't change anything, guys. I really don't understand why that even happens. It just makes no sense. No sense whatsoever. So, let me see if I hit controller died, everything. Oh, man. Let me go ahead and get that charger in. Let's see, properties. Hopefully we don't have another issue like last time, man, or just delayed us so bad. It's saying as if it's picking up sound, which is weird. Yeah, it's very weird, man. Y'all don't hear that? I don't know why. I can hear it. Y'all don't hear the audio of the controller moving right now? Let me know if you guys can hear that or not. I'm gonna keep moving. It says I got... Okay, I think that's it. Can you guys hear that? I don't know if you can hear the controller scrolling down. All right, cool, man. Sorry I messed up the whole intro, man. You know, the hype and all that. But at the end of the day, we got ourselves a Big 12 Conference Championship game to play. We're going to get into it. It's good that we're able to clear that up. Again, I don't know why settings just reset, but, you know, it is what it is. We're going to be able to hop right into this one. Don't want to waste any more time. Let me know in the chat who you guys got winning. Number 4 Utah or number 19 Utah or number 4 undefeated Colorado. Let's get right into this game, man. Here we go. Utah picking this one off, and it's the Buffs who will start it out on offense first. Taking this one from the 4-yard line, and the return will get them out to about the 22. As we will get our first look at this offense led by quarterback Greg Denbo. Here's a look at the keys to success that are drawn up. Quarterback decision-making for Colorado. We already know that's been top tier this year. And create easy completions. So we'll have to see if they are able to stick to that game plan, or who knows, shock us with other adjustments. But first play of the game, Greg Denbo able to dump it off a bubble screen as he's able to connect with his wide receiver, Roland Pitts. Quickly, they'll go on the pass as it's going to be caught. 3rd and 5 now. And it is 3rd down. This Utah defense is the real deal. Pressure's coming. Denbo throws down the field. It's off the mark, and that'll be a 3-and-out by Utah. Big time stop right there by the Utes, as they will punt this one away. And it will be fielded down. Well, the offense will get started with Eric Alcorn. This guy's been around for, I believe, 4 seasons now. Started out at West Virginia, went over there to Miami, and now here he is at Utah for his final spot as he has declared for the RFL draft. Here's a throw, and that is going to be caught on the sidelines for first down. His first pass complete. Great throw there by Alcorn, as he'll have another dump off. Completes that one out to his tight end, Henry Carney. They will run it with their leading back with over 1,700 rushing yards. It's Vince Reed getting his first touch kick for 8 yards. And a Utah first down, starting out strong right now. This is something I know they wish they had back when they first challenged Colorado this season. There's a throw, and this is one of the areas Colorado has been absolutely sensational in this season. Melvin Crumpler, the free safety, coming away with an interception. And they lead the nation in picks. And they start out first drive, taking one away from Eric Alcorn. Melvin Crumpler able to use the sideline as his friend, recording his 5th interception of the season. Great way to high point the football and take it away as Colorado comes out here with a trips look to the field side. Greg Denbo. Instant pressure, but dumps off the screen. Gets some excellent blocks out there for Zolak, and Zolak has got the first down. Zolak, their leading running back, 941 rushing yards. If he has at least 59 tonight, it will be 1,000. There's a throw, and good ball placement for the first down. Able to connect up with Terrell Chester. He's got 3 receivers on this team, all starting 3 receivers have over 1,000 yards on the season as Chester hauls in his 5th catch already up to 30 yards. Greg Denbo starting to get this offense started. Last time they played each other, it was the first time Colorado got a victory in the college series over Utah, where Colorado was able to dominate Utah 44-16. Utah trying to get it back in blood here where it matters most in the Big 12 championship. But right now, Colorado is cooking. Broken tackles, gets in the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Colorado. Hugh Zolak with his first receiving touchdown of the season. And you couldn't ask for that to come at any time than this. Runs a nice little wheel route out the backfield. There's no one trailing him. See him putting on a move, knocking the defender down. And just kept it pushing to the end zone all the way through. Marcel Green, the free safety, is the one who's got ran through on that play. And the extra point going to make it a 7-0 ball game. 5 plays, 67 yards after the crucial interception. We'll have to see how Utah will respond. They'll take this one from the 3. Already finding themselves down by 7. Come out here with a bubble screen. He's able to connect with his tight end. On with another reception, and they'll go some play action now. Alcorn dumping it off. One-on-one, good tackle made in the open field there. Marquez Clemens on the tackle. That's the Mike linebacker. Able to make the tackle on the other tight end, Tobias Goss. The throw over the middle will be held on to for a first down. It's a clutch grab. They will run it. This is Vince Reed, who's going to reach out for a near first down, inches short. And I think that Utah really wants to start to establish that run game with Reed. And you just don't not give the football to this guy, but man, as soon as I say that, they got him in the backfield for a huge loss to bring up 3rd and 6. Tackle made there by Daniel Cam, the defensive end. Here's a throw. Catch is going to be made and held on to for the first down by Gerard Higgins. Higgins led the team in receiving yards last season. Over 1,000, had a great season for Utah, but a downward year in terms of passing for the Utes. In this season, as he will be sacked on the play. Big time play made there by the defensive tackle, Theo QT. You saw Eric Alcorn trying to work what he could with what blocking he had up front, trying to maneuver to give him some time, but the pressure just relentless up front. 2nd and 18 now for Utah as they'll rush forward. Actually 5, a quick dump off as Reed gains 7 of the yards back. They need 11 here for a first down, and that means you have to throw right into the teeth of this Colorado secondary. Again, leading the nation in picks, had a man wide open and he missed them. That could have been 6 points right there, and it's off the board. Eric Alcorn unable to be accurate. This punt will be fielded at the 10-yard line. Nice cutback, nice juke. And he'll have his offense started out at the 23-yard line. It's Greg Denbo, after a touchdown pass last time out, comes out onto the field. He's going to throw it deep down the field. He's got a man. Way to go up and get it. First down to Quincy Good. Big body tight end. High point in that one. And moving the chains. They'll come out. Trips look to Zolak. Trying to bust out a spin move. Does not work out. Good defense by Utah as Colorado runs the hurry up. Play action, heat's coming, and down Denbo is going to go for a sack. That is going to be Eric Ayaded. This is a crazy name to say. Ayambadio. Ayambadio. I'm gonna say that. I think that's accurate. What do you guys think? Ayambadio? Give myself the bell for pronunciation. Man, that name is crazy. 3rd and 15. Colorado hit as he throws. The big interception. And it's going to be Utah's football at the 33. An incredible interception by Marcel Green. Unbelievable play. And of course, you got to credit the pass rush up front that caused this to happen. And it was a one-man wrecking crew as Quentin Douglas, their highest rated defensive tackle, forced the contact and the ball to go incomplete. Nice juke move here. No, off the target, for interception. Vince Reed picking up a first down on the first carry, and momentum has got to be sky high for the Utes right now. As they set up a receiver screen. He's got the outside first down and then some. Big gain by Higgins. Eric Alcorn getting pressured and down. He will go for a sack. Cole Lyles leading the team in sacks now, has 23 on the season as he just went headhunting to find Eric Alcorn there. Kind of see it kind of got jumbled up. Vince Reed even in the mix, trying to figure out where the lineman's going to try to pick up the block, but they guessed wrong. He ends up running right by 2 blockers there for a big play. 2nd and 16. There's a quick throw over the middle. Higgins has got the yards back. 3rd and 10. At least in field goal range, but they want to tie this game up. Alcorn throws almost his 2nd interception. Instead, it was luckily swatted away, incomplete. Keola Fuamadu as this kick is up, and it is off the upright. And no points for Utah. Wow. Out here at A&T Stadium, so it should not be no home field advantage of any sort to make field goals miss. That's just a flat-out miss right there. As Colorado gets sacked the very next play. Heavy pressure by Donald Summers. This guy leads the team in tackles and tackles for loss, over 147 of them. After that makes it 9.5 sacks for him on the season, with 41 tackles for loss. Absolutely dominant this year. He was a problem last year for this defense. They set the receiver screen to Roland. Roland Pitts is shut down for nothing. So no gain, 3rd and 17. Heavy pressure. Goes underneath. Ball will be caught. They're going to have to turn away. Nowhere near enough for the first down. Utah's defense showing strength. Offense just has to get on board and take advantage of opportunities to try to tie this game up. Just one possession. Again, a lot of passing we're seeing from Utah. Not too much of Vince Reed. They're looking to go his direction here this time. And look what happens. He bends the corner. Juke move still on his feet. Hits the juke move. Gets across midfield. 51 yards just like that on his 5th carry. And that's why he's so special. He's definitely got the opportunity to be a 2,000-yard back this season. Hasn't been many of them in the college series, but Eric Alcorn throws his 2nd interception of the game. And Colorado continues to add on to their pick total. After a big play like that, you just cannot have this happen. 2nd interception already by Eric Alcorn. He also had a touchdown he missed off the board earlier to a wide open receiver. He just put that on too much of a line. Dwayne Sanders, who also leads this team in interceptions, takes that one away. That's his 7th of the season. Absolutely been killing it out of that slot position. Play action here. Greg Denbo throws it up and hits. Cannot come down with it. Bubble screen. He saw it wide open. Nearly gets it up for the first down. 3rd and inches. Denbo and the guys looking back at the sidelines. They come out here in the pistol. Zolak will get the carry, lowers the shoulder, and moves the chains. Great job right there, too, running through the defensive tackle. Free play here. There's a flag, set up a screen. Block is missed. Somebody was offsides. They got the camera on him. Jeremiah Simmons. And that's going to cost him 5 yards, which they'll gladly accept. 1st and 5 for the Buffs. Zolak with a nice cutback, all kinds of space up the middle. Gets it inside the 20 to the 18. First down, Buffs. Back out of that pistol, they'll run. And inside, he'll run into Quentin Douglas. Only 1 yard on the play. This more than likely may be the final play of the first quarter, as he will hit a slant. Big hit after breaking the first tackle. Colorado just rushing right back to the line, trying to tire out this defense. They'll get one more snap off. They'll run for it. Zolak has got the 1st and goal, and that is the end of the first quarter of this Big 12 Conference Championship matchup, as it's the Colorado Buffs leading it here 7-0 and knocking on the board again for more. Get those twos in the chat. Conference Championship week started off with an absolute bang. Penn State with a huge upset over Ohio State just last night, 23-16. We got Colorado, though, handling business as the number 4 team in the country right now. Throws over the middle, is caught. They'll say it's a touchdown. It looked like it was dropped, but I guess kind of like NFL rules, if you step your feet down in the end zone twice, it's a touchdown. And this is their leading receiver in touchdowns and yards. That's 16 touchdowns this year for Manu Maluna. I believe that's how you say it. Betu Maluna. 8 plays, 51 yards, and another offensive touchdown pass from Greg Denbo. Utah just has not been able to look any type of good against Colorado this season. Been trying to avenge that 44-16 loss earlier within the season. Already seeing themselves down 14-0. Play action, Eric Alcorn just underneath off the drag, and this is just the game that Colorado is forcing them to play. The strength of this defense, again, is the secondary, forcing turnovers with interceptions. And already down 14-0, they're forcing them to have to keep throwing the ball. And that's a great play made by Alcorn as he is able to check it down and get the first down to his receiver, Eric Doss. Good extension. And again, you want to get some of that pressure off of your quarterback. Nice end-around play for a first down. Showing athleticism there with his tight end, Henry Carney. I keep saying tight end's receiver. He just looks like a tight end. Got a run play, and Reed is stuffed in the backfield. Loss of a yard. Great defense right there by Sam linebacker Larry Fua. Another screen set up, some good blocks. Juke won't take the defender out. And they'll find themselves looking at a 3rd and 6. Can Alcorn bail them out again? He will find a wide open target. And there goes his tight end for the first down. Artie Mechie. Reed. Some great blocks up front. Saw that offensive line just creating a big lane for him. Him just hitting it. Got a backup running back in right here, and he cannot get the first down. Checked in Paul McLeod, and Vince Reed checked right back in. 3rd and 1. Let's see if they go his way. Play action, quick throw, and what an effort. Reach out and first down by Gerard Higgins. 52 yards for him tonight. Out of the pistol, Alcorn dumping into the flats to Reed. Gain a yard. Utah desperately needs some points. Missed the field goal. Could have had him on the board earlier. Dawes hanging on to the football. Missed tackle there by Colorado's defense. And that's going to move the chains as they come out in the single back on offense. Mechie off the line. And a handoff to Reed as he is met for a 2-yard gain. Madu on the tackle. It's their highest rated player on defense. 99 overall cornerback. Reed finding a lane. Spin move might have been a bit unnecessary, but he's got just a yard short of the first down. 6.6 yard per carry average. He averages 5.8 this season. Great blocks on the outside. Reed with a stiff arm as he finds himself out of bounds, but not until getting a 1st and goal for Utah. Can they finally get on the board? This is their 3rd running back they'll check in here tonight. This night's going to be Dominic Yazzie. Didn't get much of anything on that one. End around play. Great blocks to the end zone. Falls a yard short. And one of a lot of those plays right there with Henry Carney. High formation going with the QB sneak, and Eric Alcorn will have a Utes touchdown. Boy, they needed that. And, you also think about that missed field goal from earlier. That's going to make it the 9th rushing touchdown of the season for Eric Alcorn. He can get busy with his legs sometimes when he has to. Extra points good as they cut this deficit in half. 14-7. taking this out of the end zone. Not too good of a start for the offense as they'll be at their own 17. Greg Denbo in the gun. And they'll throw a screen out. The tackle made there. 2 yards as his tackle secured by Marcel Green. Had a spectacular interception earlier within this game. And another receiver screen. Denbo has been absolutely sensational this year. Came into this game with 40 touchdown passes. He's already got 2 here in this one as well. Denbo hit as he throws, had a man wide open, but just did not have the time to step into that one. And Utah's defense will get the stop as they punt it away. Ooh, some good cutbacks. Offense will get started at the 44-yard line. Excellent field position here for Utah. Receiver screen, and Carney just going to muster up one. Alcorn looking for the bounce back. Didn't start this game with 2 interceptions. He's got a touchdown pass. And again, I talked about he has the ability to use his legs, but he is stuffed that time by cornerback Spencer Jefferson. And Utah in an empty set staring at a 3rd and 9. He will fire. This is broken up. Incomplete airtight coverage. We'll have to punt away. And this looks like a superb punt. Goes out of bounds at the 8. Colorado going to find themselves in a little bit of a scary situation. Don't want to get sacked down here. Here's a throw. Ball a little high. Still hauled in. Picks up 3 yards. Made there by Bobby Lombardi. And Denbo pressured and sacked on the play. Huge defensive play there by Tyrone Crawford. If there's anything that has been consistent for Utah this season, it has been their defense, man. They've got some serious playmakers in their front 7. Honestly, all over the place on this defense. Denbo needing 15 yards here at his own 4. Going to have to pass out of his own end zone. Got to be careful here. Feel some pressure. Throws. Got a man, but it will not be enough for the 1st down. And Utah will force the punt. Fair catch going to be called. Yazzie, and another opportunity for Eric Alcorn to try to tie this game up. Here goes Vince Reed. Got a nice lane up the middle as a spin will get him just 2 yards shy of the 1st down. Speaking of 2, we are at the 2-minute warning here in the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 2 throws. Vince Reed has the 1st down and then some. Hits it to the 35 for a 1st down. 156 yards passing in this 1st half. And they're going to go with a quarterback draw for about a yard on the play. Alcorn goes it a bit high and good hands there by Reed. It's not easy for running backs to haul in catches like that. Vince Reed getting it done, making this 3rd down manageable for just 2 yards. Bit of a low snap, delays the play, and that is going to cost them as that tackle is made well short of the 1st, and Utah will be aggressive, going for it on 4th and 3. No motion, and still will opt to run for it, and they will get the stop. Big defensive stand by Colorado. They have 2 timeouts left, 56 seconds. Receiver screen. Hits the outside, setting up the blocks, and he's got a huge 1st down. to the 45. Roland Pitts with a nice play. Fires over the middle. Nice ball, catching him in stride for the first down. Maluna with the reception there, airing it out, empty set, one more timeout remaining for the Buffs. Pump fake on a three-man rush. Trying to get the first down to stop the clock momentarily, but he falls inches short. But we've seen Colorado run this area up offense anyway. They'll run for it. First down. They'll just get themselves in field goal range here to try to go up by 10. From the left hash. 45-yarder is money. Colorado extends their lead to 10, 17-7 in this Big 12 Conference Championship game. Utah is not out of it yet. 6 seconds remaining. See what they can do on this return. We'll be in the field of play. Just about burns out all the clock. They'll come out here and just take the knee and go into the locker room. Down by 10. Colorado, the favorites to win this conference championship and complete their undefeated season as Big Ten champs. It's looking good right now. 17-7. Here's a look at the statistics. Passing yards wise, about even. Utah's killing it in the run game compared to Colorado, but Colorado has not opted to run the ball much and only had the ball offensively for just under 9 minutes. Go ahead and make sure to tell you guys soon. Make sure you guys tune in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern for this doubleheader of conference championship matchups in the RFL College Series. Of course, the main event for tonight, the SEC Championship between the two teams that are the highest ranked competing against each other in their conference championship. Number 1 Alabama taking on number 3 LSU. Pecan will be in the booth to call that one. We'll be out there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia for that matchup. Here's a look at also other matchups that will be taking place, as tomorrow and Thursday we have premier games for the other 5 Power 4 conference championship games. 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, we have the Sun Belt Championship between Louisiana and App State. And then following that game, it'll be one game at each time slot. So 6 p.m. Eastern, we have Jacksonville State versus number 21 Liberty. And then the MAC Championship between Toledo and Buffalo at 8 p.m. Then we go to the Mountain West Conference Championship the following day on Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Boise State versus Wyoming. And then we cap off the Premier Conference Championship games with a huge matchup here in the American Conference Championship game with the undefeated Tulane, who's pretty much exactly like Colorado right now. Two teams that haven't lost a game. It's only 3 undefeated teams, which is Clemson, Tulane, and the team right now I'm blanking on, Colorado. So can they keep their undefeated streak going right now? It looks like Colorado might do it. Can Tulane do it to go to the playoffs? If they lose that game, though, Tulane, after the great season they had, can get kicked out the playoffs. So that is a game you don't want to miss. And, of course, to cap off Conference Championship week here in the RFL College Series for CS8, the highly anticipated ACC Championship game between number 11 Miami and number 2 Clemson. Of course, Clemson's going to be in the playoffs regardless, but this game is very significant to Miami, because if they lose this game, they are out of the playoffs. So a must-win game right there for Coach CP and the Hurricanes. But with that being said, we're about to take you guys right back out onto the field at AT&T Stadium for this Big 12 Conference Championship matchup. Let me know right now in the chat who you guys got win this one. Will Colorado hold on as they lead at 17-7, or will Utah come back in this one and get their vengeance over the Buffs. Here we go. Second half underway. Utah gets the football. This return will be taken out of the end zone. What a juke. Gets it to the 20. Let's get these threes in the chat. Third quarter in the Big 12 Conference Championship. Down 10. How will the Utes come out? What were the adjustments? It's a good sideline pass right there to start things out. Eric Alcorn move the chains, gets it out to the 37. Sending some heat. Alcorn with great movement in the pocket finds himself an open target for a first down. Spectacular throw as he's able to find his tight end Tobias Goss. Great option. He fumbles. Who's got it? Utah is luckily able to recover back. Man, that could have been a huge loss. Switching momentum, and Eric Alcorn just taking matters into his own hands. Slides. Gets the yard back. They lost the previous play off the fumble. 3rd and 10. Made great pass plays. They're going to go with the read option. Looks like it's going to work, and they got the first down. What a gutsy play call. I would not have guessed a read option on a 3rd and 10 to work out as great as it did, but that completely caught Colorado off guard as they will try a read option again, except handing it off to Vince Reed this time. Colorado's defense not fooled that time. They are on it. 2nd and 9. And a good ball and catch. Tight coverage, but a first down nonetheless. Eric Alcorn has come out in this second half, locked in. Reed with a crazy spin. Somehow tackle not made, but 4 yards. Empty set here now for Alcorn. Got 4 down linemen. He looks like he's dissecting this defense, just reading what they're in, changing up the play, I guess, end around play. They've been calling this all game, and that's going to lose him a yard. Henry Carney, that's about his 3rd end around play. Does not work out for much for him. Again, losing him yards. Heavy blitz here. Picked up good by the line, but the pressure is going to get there, and that is a sack. There goes that main guy again, who leads the team in sacks. I think he's going to split this one with the other defenders that were involved with Cole Lyles, the defensive tackle, with what might be sack number 24 on the season, brings him down. Making a 1-possession game with this field goal attempt here from the left hash. 48-yarder is money. 7-point game, 17-10. Utah is definitely putting up a much better fight than they did last time. And there's still a lot of football left to go in this one. We'll get a look at what this Colorado offense is looking like their first time out in this second half. Oh, this return nearly splitting everyone. He'll get it out to the 26-yard line. He's going to take a shot, throws an absolute dime, zipping it in for a first down. Big-time catch made there by Roland Pitts, and pinpoint laser accuracy by Greg Denbo. Pump fake here, dumps it off as Zolak was brought down at the 42, but not until picking up a solid 7 yards on the play. They'll come out here in the bunch look to the field side. Zolak blasted just a yard short of the first down. Tackle made by Donald Summers. Big 3rd down. Counter run play, stuffed in the backfield. Great play by Quentin Douglas. And even pushing him back that little bit, pushed him out of field goal range. They got to punt it away, and so Utah has a chance to tie if they can score a touchdown. But man, of course it gets hard when you have a beautiful punt like that. Big time kick. And a big run. Vince Reed move the chains. Back to Reed, getting his second touch back-to-back. Only 2 yards there. Marquez Clemens on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 8. It's Eric Alcorn. Going to roll out, cuts up the field, throws awkwardly across his body. No intentional grounding. Guess he got outside the pocket. 3rd and 8. Big down. Can Utah keep this drive alive? Pressure's coming in. Down. He's going to go for a sack. Brought down by Sean Melvin. And beat this. 24 sacks on the season for Lyles. Cole Lyles, who had 2 sacks already within this game. That is sack number 19 and a half for their other defensive tackle, Melvin. Just absolutely killing the game defensively this year is Colorado. That's why you just can't sleep on this team. Get it to the 45, and we'll see just how real they are, of course, when they get to the playoffs. They'll be in it regardless, win or lose here. Zolak's got the first down. Utah, I mean, they could swing a victory here. Who knows? Maybe they could get a shot after knocking off number 14 in the country. Potentially be in the playoffs themselves. So dump it off here. Zolak. Some good blocks out in front. Get a net of 5 yards. Back to Zolak. And a first down. Starting to mix in that run game, but airing it out on Utah for the most part. In the pistol. Back to Zolak. And Zolak's got 6. Just balancing out this offense here, mixing it up. No pass this time. Denbo fires, and that is a 1st and goal for the Buffs. Looking for his 3rd touchdown pass here to make it 43 on the season. And he will go into the flats here. That's incomplete. Quincy Good unable to hold on. As Zolak will get the carry. Nearly a touchdown. He's just a yard away. And they will have Denbo under center. Will they run for it or pass? They're looking to pass. Throws! Broken up in the air. Great defensive stand by Utah. Tried to hit him with the quick slant there. And the field goal attempt is good. 2010, Colorado. This conference championship game has been competitive, man. Looking good. Utah's got to find a way to capitalize with a touchdown at some point. We're late in the 3rd, still got an entire quarter. We've seen glimpses of Utah putting a good drive together. Just haven't been able to cap it off. And Vince Reed nearly breaking one for the long haul, but 19 carries, 122 yards. On the night. This kid has just been absolutely phenomenal for a 2nd year in a row. Averages 145 yards a game. Already at $122. Here's a throw. And that is caught in a double coverage for a 1st down by Henry Carney. Absolutely threaded the needle there. Great pass. Probably the best one tonight. of Alcorn as he is getting chased down from behind and scrambles for 4. And this is good. They're at least in field goal range to make it a one-possession ball game again. So even if they don't get the touchdown, as long as they keep this drive going, they've got an opportunity. Doss has got the first down. End around play. Carney with about his 4th call on that. Only nets a yard. Second and 9. We are closing in on a minute left in the 3rd. That is an off-target pass by Alcorn. And he's going to have to come through big on this 3rd and 9. These cornerbacks in the faces of these receivers, not going to make it easy for them to release. They go with a receiver screen, and it does not work as they could not get the blocks. But again, able to make it a one-possession ball game with this kick here, if it is good. And it is. 7-point ball game once again. 20-13. Colorado's going to want to try to put this game away with a scoring possession. Me taken in the end zone. They'll start at the 25 in the gun. And he has been hitting Solak out that backfield off the wheel route. It has resulted in a huge chunk of yards every time. Go with a bubble screen. Great gain. First down. Tight end Bobby Lombardi getting in on the action there. And Zolak nearly finding a crease to run through. That's going to end the 3rd quarter. Put your 4s up in the chat. This Big 12 Conference Championships is within a possession. Utah, despite statistically just about beating Colorado in all areas, just cannot score on this defense. And right now, Colorado has got this offense rolling. 2nd and 7. No screen. Just gets to midfield. Opportunity for a stop here. Utah desperately needs it. Greg Denbo fires, and did he get the first? He's close. And that's exactly what it would be. Close, as he'll have the punt away. Terrell Chester unable to move the chains as this punt goes out of bounds at the 17. Big opportunity for the Utes. And this is a big run. Vince Reed down the sideline, gets all the way to the 45. 160 yards rushing for the guy. Killing it. He came in this game with 1,750 rushing yards. Just that 60 yards alone already puts him over 800. He's over 1,900 rushing yards right now. 90 yards away from a 2,000-yard rushing season. And here goes Reed again. Breaking free. One man to beat, but he cannot as the tackle is made by Brian Berman. Quick throw. Quick 3 yards for the Utes. Taking their time, as they should. Don't want to rush anything. 7-point ball game. You have to score here. There goes a completion out to Doss. He will move the chains. First down. There goes Reed. He's been tearing it up today, and look how he bends the corner and makes something out of nothing, showing you that speed. Gets only a yard, but man, it could have been a much bigger loss He got caught earlier. There's a throw over the middle. Cut up the field. Higgins trying to get the first down. Falls a yard short. And put Eric Alcorn at 250 yards rushing there in that same formation they called the QB sneak in and scored off of. They go with it again, and it's going to move the chains. First and goal, Utah. Opportunity to tie this up at 20. Reed. A few yards there. Back to Reed. He's stuffed. Initial contact there by Theo QT. Third and goal. Trying to get in the end zone. Nearly throws his third interception. And Utah says, we're going for it. Didn't convert last time they tried. Or the second time be the charm. Eric Alcorn. He could potentially run it in. He dives. Touchdown, Utes! His second rushing touchdown of the game, and he's an extra point away from a tie. Eric Alcorn doing what is needed to win the game. And man, started out ugly for the kid. Interception first drive. Got 2 in this game, but down to the wire. Big 12 Conference Championship. You need the touchdowns. Fourth down. He gets it in the extra points. Good 11 plays, 82 yards as Utah finally pieces another scoring drive together. And now the pressure is on Colorado. And Greg Denbo will fire underneath and have 6 yards. And they'll try to toss it out to Zolak. This Utah defense might just give them a chance to take the lead for the first time. There's a throw. What a catch! Coverage was airtight, and the ball still hauled in by Terrell Chester. That was one of their better corners in coverage. Jeremiah Simmons on him. Didn't even matter. Denbo with a laser. A good tackle made there by Tyrone Crawford. Holding that run to 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Zolak cutting back. Decent yards. They need 3. Utah needing a stop. Can Colorado convert? Got a man wide open over the middle, and there he goes. Wasn't going to miss that opportunity. The offensive line held up extremely well there as Chester comes through for another clutch third down. Play action, pressure's there. He's sacked. Brought down on the play by Jackson Santana. Santana, 4.5 sacks on the season when you include that one. Second in tackles on the team as well. The 134 playing at that will linebacker position. 2nd and 16. They're going to try to run it. Zolak actually has a nasty spin move and a great gain. Gets within 3 yards of the first down. Can they convert on another third down this drive? Looking to run for it. What a cutback. Huge explosion by Zolak for the first down. Empty set now for this offense. They'll motion out of it. Changing up the look. Zolak will get back in the backfield. Denbo throws. End zone. Had a man open for the touchdown. misses Roland Pitts. And they will run it back up. Running back gets a clean lane, untouched. Touchdown, Buffs. Unbelievable run in execution as Trey Bigsby trots his way down for a big touchdown to take back the lead. Extra point to go up by 7. And it's good. 27-20. Colorado, 11 plays, 82 yards themselves. An exact response. We'll take this one from the goal line. Eric Alcorn had a phenomenal drive last time out. Gutsy 4th down call at the goal line. They went for it. Vince Reed might just be the answer. 5 yards. They need 5 more. Quick throw. He's got Doss. Still fighting forward as he spins his way out to the 30. Alcorn trying to get outside the pocket and find something. Instead, throws it away. Nothing open down the field against this tough Colorado secondary. They'll run it, and Reed cannot explode through the first line of defense. 3rd and 6. Huge down. Outside corners pressing up. Looks like man-to-man covers. Throws. Got him. Open for a big first down. Henry Carney with some huge reception in this game. He's come through and clutch on a lot of plays within this game. Under 600 yards receiving for him this season, but man, leads the team coming in this game in receptions. He had 66 coming in. Colorado shutting down that previous play there for a loss of 3, and looks like they're going to be on the very next for a loss of a yard. So 2 back-to-back negative plays. Alcorn needs to make a play. Great blocking by the line. Can he get it done with his legs again? Fighting through 3 Buffaloes for the first down. What an effort. Alcorn putting the team on his back. Alcorn, nearly intercepted. Broken up by Fuamadu. They're going to run it. Reed. They get half the yards needed. 5 more they'll need on 3rd down. And this is the 2-minute warning. Do or die for Utah. 3rd and 5. Empty set for Eric Alcorn. Crowd is roaring. He will find an open Reed on a slant. Doing it all. Great receiving option out the backfield as well, as you can see there on that play. 1st and 10, needing 12 yards to send this game potentially into overtime. Reed breaking the tackle and gets 6 on the carry. Hand off, Reed to the end zone, touchdown Utah! They have done it, but they have left some time on the clock here for the Buffs. Vince Reed getting in for 6. Reed, man, his 13th rushing touchdown of the season. Extra point is good. 27-27 here in the conference championship game. Man, these games have been absolutely phenomenal. I'm already just fired up to see how the SEC championship game after this goes at 9 o'clock And we might just get extra overtime to run you straight into that game. That game's just 27 minutes away. 1st and 10. What a cutback. Solak still on his feet. Gets no for the 35. And all the Buffs need to do is get in the field goal range. They have all 3 timeouts. Dinbo getting pressured down. He's going to go for a sack. The 5th one tonight for Utah. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 20. Undefeated streak on the line here for Colorado. Bubble screen. No blocks out there whatsoever. 4 yards is going to bring up a 3rd and 16. And they will run it as they should. Force them to use a timeout, but now Utah has a potential chance to win this game if they can make a few big plays down the field and get in the field goal range. Their kicker has missed earlier today. This is a pretty good return down to the 21. 23 seconds, 1 timeout. At your own 21, they go with Reed there. Looks like they're inviting overtime. 1 more play. They get the snap off, just trying to get the yards up here. Reed hits a juke move. Move for a second there. Seeing a lot of green grass. You never know. He could take a run to the house at any moment. That is the end of regulation, guys. We are going into overtime in the Big 12 Conference Championship. And here are the overtime rules. Both teams will get an opportunity to score. And, of course, when they get the opportunity to score from the 25-yard line, when they do that twice, they're going to have to go for it. Go for the 2-point conversion. And then, of course, whoever does not respond back to the other, that's game. Utah has won the toss, and, of course, they're going to come out here on defense first. So that is huge. Undefeated streak on the line. Colorado will start out in the gun. Pressure, and he's going to be sacked on the play. Great start as Hassan Bird gets to Greg Dinbo. Utah meaning absolute business. And momentum, you can just feel it right now, is on their side. And as Pecan says right now in the chat, this is not what Nebraska wants. A win for Utah will knock Nebraska out the playoffs. Pressure's coming in, another sack. That's going to just about knock them out of field goal range here at the 37. They still can hit from this distance, but man, if I'm Colorado, the best bet to do here is to try to get a run play and kick a field goal. Don't want to risk a turnover or another big chance of a loss of yards. But they're going to come out in a spread out bunch formation in the gun. Heavy blitz. Hit as he throws. Got a man one-on-one. Broken up, incomplete. Good defense. Sidney Fielder knocking it away, and here goes the field goal attempt. It is good, straight down the middle. Colorado takes the lead, but Utah can win the game with this drive right here. Utah looking to win their second Big 12 Conference Championship. They start out with Vince Reed. He's shut down at the line. Second down, single back formation. Eric Goss. He's going to dump it off to him. Colorado is not fooled. Huge 3rd down here. They're in the single back. I don't know. Is this a run play? It is, and Vince Reed not get the first down. They're going to opt to tie it up, and the timeout is called. They'll still set up a field goal. So we're going into second overtime here, guys, as the kick is good. 30 yards. So now it's Utah who will start out with the football first at the 25-yard line. Bad play calling by Utah on that last timeout. Looks like they're just trying to keep the ball into their playmakers' hands, and this is why. Nearly carries the whole defense to the first down marker. Second and inches, pistol formation, Eric Alcorn. Hands it off, and a good stop right there. Big time tackle made in the backfield by Max Costanzo. It's on Alcorn to get the first down. He throws it quickly, and it is caught for first. Huge conversion. Whoa, dangerous. Could have been intercepted going the other way. That could have been your ball game. Luckily for the Utes, it's incomplete. Reed getting the carry, cutting in front of it over, and it's a touchdown for the Utes. What a run by Vince Reed. Oh my goodness. Grown man run right there. Get your weight up, young bull. My goodness, look at this. Boom! Sit him down. Unbelievable run, and they have to go for two. Alcorn throws for it. It's incomplete. So there is a chance for Colorado here. They're going to have no choice but to go for it on fourth down if that situation occurs. This has been a wild game, guys. Greg Denbo fires, end zone, he drops the ball. Incredible defensive play there by Jeremiah Simmons. Tried to go for the kill the very first play. Empty set fires, catch is made for 7. Quick throw, incomplete. Utah, with one more stop, can end the undefeated season of the Colorado Buffs. Greg Denbo looking, throws, got a man open. First and goal. Just seeing everything within this game. Denbo, end zone, touchdown, Buffs. What a throw as he is able to find his star receiver, Fetu Manumalalu. I know I messed that name up, man. It's tough to look at that and try to read it, but here is the chance for Colorado to win this game. If they convert, it's game over. They'll run Zolak for it, and he is stopped. We are going into a third overtime. And now it comes down to 2-point conversions. Denbo throws, he's got it. Rolling Pitts with a quick slant. Will Utah answer? You can go either way here with Reed or Alcorn. Who will coach decide to put the ball in the hands of? Alcorn throws, he is stopped at the 1-yard line, and that is your game. Colorado remains undefeated and is your Big 12 CS8 Conference champions. 38-36, the final. What a game by Utah, though, man. They came here and gave it everything. Found themselves down 14-0 early after, of course, getting blown out by Colorado earlier within the season, 44-16. This game, much different. And look at that crazy run we saw from Vince Reed, man, just emptying the tank, but unfortunately can't end his collegiate career with a conference championship. Greg Denbo, this guy's returning next year for the Colorado Buffs in College Series 9. So, man, this Colorado team is going to be a team to look out for in that season. That is it for me, guys. I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and show you guys the stats. I got to get the next stream set up for Pecan as we got the SEC Conference Championship game coming after this. 9 p.m. Eastern, pretty much 15 minutes away. It's number 3 LSU versus number 1 Alabama at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. Who takes home the SEC Championship? Make sure to turn my guy Pecan up for that. So we had up to 45 plus strong in this game, man. Shout out to everyone that's here. Make sure to hit that like button, man. It definitely helps out the channel and gets more guys that are new, involved, more exposure for the league. And here's a look at also the next games that we got coming up tomorrow. 3 games. We've got Louisiana versus App State in the Sun Belt Championship. And then at 6 p.m. Eastern, Conference USA Championship, we have Jacksonville State, versus Liberty. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, Toledo versus Buffalo for the MAC. Big games, guys. Make sure you guys go through, watch those. Be some great ones. That's it for me. And show you guys the stats once again. And I'll see you guys on Friday for, I will be calling the game of the week, the ACC Championship rematch between number 11 Miami and number 2 Clemson. Huge games, guys. Thank you guys for stopping through, man. Enjoy the night and get ready for that SEC Championship showdown, man.